There was a belief about the accountancy degree saying that one could actually study accountancy in college if he or she was proficient in math during high school.
There's also that one about accountancy being as easy as adding and subtracting values in the calculator, but is that actually the case?
As we are talking here, the accountancy program to a global extent has been facing the predicaments of inadequacy in equipping students with relevant competencies that will bridge the gap set by the ever-evolving requirements of the accountancy profession.
Such misconceptions about the accountancy students and the program itself may seem harmless at first hand, but as I said before, that may not actually be the case.
Taking up accountancy as an undergraduate course for the proficiency of the student to further develop the core competencies of the profession. However, among the handful of these competencies listed by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, there is one prominent intellectual skills that accountancy student must master before tackling advanced courses in the accountancy program.
Accountancy students are required to gain higher competency not only in the aspects of accounting knowledge, professional ethics, and corporate governance, but as well as mastering in the concepts of information technology knowledge.
It is to be remembered that accounting as a profession cannot be limited to the aspect of financial reporting, as it is composed of other branches such as forensic accounting and auditing, which both require analyzation skills to undertake.
In the practice of preparing financial statements in the accountancy program, students are evaluated firsthand based on their proficiency in identifying and recording economic activities and reflecting those transactions. Without the proper application of analytical skills, it would be impossible to proceed to the higher subjects of accountancy.
These are some of the reasons why we cannot simply claim that the accountancy program is as simple as inputting numbers in the calculator to get the work done.
A comparative study conducted by Camry of 2021 among professional accountants in 3 different countries showed that analytical or critical thinking and oral communication were the top 2 most important professional skills. Both problem-solving skills and analytical skills stand out among the intellectual skills of the core competencies in the accountancy profession. However, these 2 stand different from each other.
Being analytical involves applying reason, logic, and critical thinking to analyze a situation, as Radford University in the US defines it.
Being analytical makes it more plausible to apply various concepts to resolve situations in real life or business context. That is, if you guys, as accountancy students, are planning to survive in the accountancy program.
Let us break it into 2 parts how being analytical will impact accountancy students to strive and survive in the accountancy program. First, in terms of employability, as the fundamental concepts of accounting remain important in the execution of accounting work, students must be equipped with their mastery of these concepts in order to have a place in the profession and satisfy employers with the graduates produced by these accountancy institutions. Accountancy students lacking in the fundamental concepts and core competencies may result in a concerning rate of unemployability.
That is why it is also important to clear the stereotype that having better grades and performance in math would guarantee one's degree in accountancy. Moreover, accountancy students enrolled in the program for the said reason may be jeopardize an institution's performance and reputation in accountancy if their competencies are underdeveloped.
Secondly, be on par with technological society by mastering the accounting fundamentals. In connection with the constant evolution in technology, there is this threat that accountants may be replaced as the mechanical task of bookkeeping can be easily done by computers and software nowadays.
This only addresses the necessity to adapt to the changes in the accounting profession to bridge the gap between it and the current level of the accountancy program. And this shall be done by building a strong foundation on the fundamental concept of the profession while sustaining a new generation of accountancy students with IT-based skills for competing globally.
And yes, it certainly seems that we are bearing hurry to learn all the knowledge, skills, and professional values required in the field of accounting. However, without the mastery of the most fundamental competencies of this profession, progressing toward higher accounting education would create conflict between the different institutions of accountancy programs and the profession itself.